Hey, what's up, guys? I actually wanted to take the time to go through a cover letter with you. This is something that, lots of people talk about cover letters. Cover letters are required for a lot of companies like Goldman Sachs, Amazon, Boston Consulting Group, Citi, Barclays. A lot of companies still need cover letters. And something that's probably not spoken about is what makes a cover letter bad and how to make it good. So this video is basically me just screen sharing making a bad cover letter good. It actually comes from Mio, who's in one of our interviews, and she's gone and got a job. And I just sent her a message on LinkedIn and said, "Oh, do you mind if I just mess about with your bad cover letter and make it good?" And she's like, "Yeah, go ahead." So here she's got a cover letter where she's applying to Education First for a summer internship. You can see, and I bet loads of students do this. Drop a comment down below if you do this. They're like, "I'm applying for blah on blah, advertised on blah." And all you do is you just kind of like rinse and repeat and take this out. Now though this may seem like a really good time-saving method, it basically means that you're just sending out really bad cover letters to loads of companies. It's not particularly beneficial to do. Actually, it's not beneficial at all. So what's bad about this? Well, first of all, we don't need your address. This is made up. Obviously, I'm not going to leave the young lady's address on there, so you don't need this. This is an Americanism, so it comes up from sort of if you basically went onto Google and went how to write a cover letter, and you're in the UK, you'll find stuff like this, like from the Muse. This was it's a nice one. It's from Novo Resume, but this is all aimed at the United States. It's not aimed at the UK. So you're going to see stuff like this, like John Doe, blah, blah, blah. Here's my email and here's my address and blah, blah, blah. Like, we don't do that. It's just not necessary. So we wouldn't have any of this. We wouldn't have the date because it wouldn't matter. And therefore, what that would mean is that we would kind of get all this space back. So then what she's done is she's put the title of the internship at the top. We wouldn't have that either, right? We would basically write it and say, "Dear Sir, Madam," or name of person, right? That would be a really good way to start. So then she says, "I'm currently starting my second year as a BA Hons Marketing undergrad at the University of Liverpool. This is good so far. And I'm interested in applying for the summer internship advertised on LinkedIn in October 2019 and enclose my CV for your consideration. I'm looking to gain work experience in the industry as I'm a person with wide cultural awareness and team working skills, which are vital features in a company like Education First." Not good, right? So a really good kind of rule of thumb when writing a cover letter is to basically say, who cares? Right, so no one cares. If you're like, "Oh, I'm a really good person, I'm really interested in this and this," and it's just like, dude, no one cares. Don't put that in there. Right, and so basically what you say is, "I'm currently starting my second year, blah, 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 as a BA Hons Marketing undergraduate at the University of Liverpool. I'm interested in applying for a summer internship." Short and sweet, right? Don't have to say when it was advertised, don't have to say where it was advertised. I mean, what's kind of crazy is that she had a date of like whenever it was, and then that's October, like a couple of months later she's applying for that job, and then we'd completely chop this because it's just no good. So we'd literally just have it like this. Boom. So that's the first paragraph. If you're wondering where I kind of get this structure and style from, or where you would get it from, you can just download it for free. I'll drop a link in the description below. It's just this little handy cover letter cheat sheet. We've got courses, we've got a product coming out about cover letters. Just can't get enough of them at the moment, which is basically how you're writing. So this is the whole opening greeting. Who are you and what do you want? What year are you in? What degree are you studying? Where are you studying? What position are you applying to and where? Done, right? So onto this. So now she wants to work for Education First, as it is a globally recognized company for outstanding customer service and so boring, right? And also, I could say that about literally any company, any large company. Like as an intern, I would get to apply those values in the workplace. develop a strong relationship with my co-workers. To get better results at the team, would use my knowledge of different cultures to adapt blah blah's marketing campaigns to their respective target market. I mean, it's so vague and it's so general. So what would we need to do here? Well, we'd want to basically say, why do you want to work for this company? 75 to 125 words. Let's dig out some key facts about the company. So let's go and have a look at education first. I think I know these guys. Cool. Alright, so here we are. Alright, cool. So let's programs off about who we are, our history, more about what we do. Cool. Facts and figures. So this would be good. So it'd be like founded in 1965. So what could we say? We could basically say I want to work for Education First, as it is a world leading company providing global education services in over 100 countries, with offices with over through 612 offices and schools and over 50,000 employees, with almost 60 years of history. Cool. So we've got some bits and pieces there. What else could we have? So they've also got like a company fact sheet, privately held, overview. So this is really, I mean, I know that this won't always happen. So what have they got? So like, this is great, right? So it's like official language. So they've got a couple of different things. So research and innovation. They talk about their social impact. So I could literally like rip this. I could say, okay, cool. So they also do this. Oh, I don't know what's happened there. Alright, nice. So we've got this, and then owner of Nippo Pro Cycling, that seems cool. Committed to remove all carbon. Hello Zero is EF version. EF Global Commission. I mean, this is cool, right? So then we've got all this as well. And I'm just kind of spitballing. But basically we've got, so look, I understand that I'm trained as a writer, so not only this, but education first quality has been recognised through it being the exclusive language training service for the Tokyo 2020 Summer Olympics, I suppose 2020 on now, and Beijing, but not 2022 Winter Olympics. Right? Cool. I also admire EF's what are they called? Social initiatives, like have it like their Hello Zero vision for removing all carbon emissions, which started in 2021, and their forest initiative, through their partnership with Eden Forestation Projects to plant 3 million trees in Kenya, Madagascar and Mozambique. Cool. So that's done, right? So we had this versus globally recognized company for the blah blah, right? All of a sudden we've got this banger. Let's get rid of this. So that's our second paragraph, and what is that, like 100-ish words. As an intern I would get to, so if we, I don't think I've got the original job description here, so like education first internship, I'm sure they're advertising something. Careers, let's look up some internships. Global man, here we go. Cool. Alright. EF360 Finance Summer Intern. So these are all closed. Let's find something that's open, because we really want the job description when we're looking at stuff like this. Alright, nice. Apply now. Oh bugger, they're all closed. No. Okay. Let's have a look. What's the job that's open? Okay, let's just look at something random. Just make sure it's in this country. Sure, London. Financial analyst. Sweet. Okay, cool. So, financial analyst based in Chelsea. So we're just going to change this. And I'm interested in applying for the financial analyst position based in Chelsea, London. Alright, cool. So what we want to do here, so what do we want to do next? So we want to talk about why this role. So we want to find and use a job description, understand what's the role, what would we do day to day, what skills would I need, and what training would you receive. So Mio's basically said, like, as an intern I would apply those values. It's just vague, right? So it'd be like financial analysts bits. So let's grab, what I tend to do is I just like to rip the whole job description because it's not that long. Also it'd be like why work here or some kind of stuff, which I don't really care about. So it's got everything there. Oops, sorry. Okay. So the initial responsibilities, so as we'll work closely with the get hands-on financial experience. Okay, that seems salesy. We want stuff that's tangible. So the initial responsibilities, so financial. As a financial analyst, I would be expected to work as part of a fast-paced team to carry out a wide variety of accounting and finance duties, such as, and then I just take stuff from this list. So what I tend to do is I just say such as carrying out payments processing, reconciliation. I would also produce financial reports and analyze the finances from various teams to to support the management team. Cool. And what I tend to do is I'm like, yep, basically covered that. Over time, I would be expected to take ownership of my own projects and work closely with other parts of the business. So you notice it's similar, but it's not the same. I'm not going to try and copy that. So then it talks about like all the stuff. So it's like, and here's just a tip, like employers are always going to make it like, they're like, oh, I want this and this and this, and they're probably going to go a little bit overboard, so you don't need everything. I try and hit, maybe half of them. So it'd be like, I would need, so how much are we done here? Yeah, so it's about right. I would need to, so what we'd basically do now is then, see here Mio talks about why she's best qualified. She's like, I believe I'm best qualified for this position because I'm a person who's always committed to doing her best and keep improving in every single aspect of my life. Now, this is a lovely sentence, but it doesn't really mean anything. So a lot of times everything that we're writing in here is like, how can I relate this to what I need to do? So she's got a couple of different things down here. She talks about her volunteering as well. So I'm going to kind of layer in some of this stuff. So it probably wouldn't, we know, right? So this would, like, because we've changed the examples, so we'd have to change it. So they're saying, look, they want this type of degree. So apart from that, so I'm currently working, I believe I have the right skills and experience for the job. Of course, that should be true. So we're kind of shoehorning in some stuff. Currently working as a content marketing assistant at the Liverpool Guild of Students. So, which requires me to be analytical and highly logical, and have strong attention to detail. Cool. So then I tend to be like, yep, or just cross through. Yep, cross through. This task helped me to take a plan of action into real life and understand what people are expecting from an organisation's online profile. As the guild has a variety of international followers, this has helped me to understand different audiences and try to make everyone. So, so that I could be committed to the team's goals. To give breakfast to asylum seekers, which allowed me to work on my communication and hospitality skills, which gave me the ability to multitask, work under pressure, and thrive in a fast-paced environment. So we've not ticked off all of them, but we've ticked off some of them. Of course, some of it is like, for example, additional language skills. So, believe I'm the right person. So, I am fluent in both English and Spanish, which Mio is. For example, right? So we kind of go, okay, cool. And more you might tick off as it goes along. But as it is, we've already ticked off like 6 of the 11, which is pretty cool. All right, so then we sort of get rid of that. So, where are we now? So we basically said, what are you applying to? Why this company? Why this role? Why you? And a little bit more about why you. And then what about the end? A lot of people always ask about, like, what should I say? Just literally say, so basically she's repeating what she said. So I just say, I tend to just say, thanks. Thank you for your time. I am available. Start in July, for example, after my exams. And I look forward to hearing from you. Of course, really importantly, I like everything in Arial 12 point. That's just me. I know quite a few writers who like that. And then you would want to spell check at the end. So generally what I'll do is I'll leave it and come back to it, but because we're here, I'll just do spell checker over it. Exclusive millions. Madagascar. I also really like using Grammarly, so I use Grammarly Premium because I just feel like it adds some additional functionality. Also, you can like adjust goals and stuff, so it will just have some more stuff here, like world leading, more than. It's really also really useful for like repetitiousness. For me, Word doesn't really cover everything. Yeah. And so on and so forth. I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but you get the idea. I mean, it already looks pretty good, right, Mike? So that's basically how you turn a bad cover letter into a good one. And don't forget, if you want more videos like this, let me know. The cover letter cheat sheet is in the description. Enjoy.